Hello everybody, my name is RPG and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force 3. In today's episode we're going to be looting the town of Lookover. And unlike Aspia and Flagard, at least this one is a little bit shorter, so there's only a couple of items to pick up and only a few people to talk to. And it's all to do with Bullzone really. It seems that the general populace has finally cottoned on to the fact that the Bullzone sector pretty bad. They've remembered that there was this ancient Vandal king called Bullzone, and it's not really a coincidence that they share a name. So that's all good, so at least people are getting a little bit smarter. These two houses over here, the left one's the item shop, the right one's the weapon shop. I'm not going to bother going in those. The item shop has got nothing in it that I really want, and I don't think the haggles aren't particularly good either off the top of my head. And the guy that runs in the weapon shop isn't in there. So, although there are a couple of weapon upgrades we can get here, we can't actually get them until after we've done this battle. The most valuable thing to pick up here is probably the tower map, which is the Treasure Ruins map for this chapter. That's going to be coming up on the next battle. Speaking of the next battle, actually, that's just gone to Khan. This is going to be Khan's last battle with us, so we're going to be saying farewell to him after this one. He's going to be into the substitute bench, because there's a character that we can pick up in this battle that I think is more useful overall than Khan is. So I'm not too worried about getting rid of him. So there's really very little to the town itself. There's a lot of people that seem to be really concerned about the Duke. He's on a secret mission apparently, news to us. But the people here aren't really doing a great deal to try and help him. So, well, he even knew this was coming, and they haven't tried to help him. So it's somewhat unfortunate for him that he lives in a village full of indecisive people, or people that thrive on inaction. Useful book there. The other thing I will say is I think, off the top of my head, there are a couple of mithrils dotted around, but apart from that there's no new equipment. Why indeed do they raid? So this, it seems this is one of the territories that's more well off than the others. That's possibly a bit of a problem. So all these people live here, and I suppose actually it's kind of like a research town, sort of. So I suppose it does make sense, really, actually, that it's a town full of scholars, and they're not really prepped for fighting. So I guess that does make sense, actually. Things do add up. It's all above board. So there's an item dotted away in here somewhere, and I can't remember which box it is. This one. That's a small mithril. Make a accessory out of that later on. We are actually getting to the point where I will bother using the mithril soon, so it'll be pretty much right at the start of chapter 6. So we've really not got a whole lot of wait until we get there. The last item we need in this house, general nonsense book there on excavation. Stuff about the Great Wall. We'll be seeing the Great Wall in a little while. It's nice that they're name dropping a load of the locations that we're going to be going to. Oh, so basically, I don't quite understand how this works, but apparently there's a magic gem, and it changes colour based on evil or something. I don't really know. Off the top of my head, though, actually, I'm sure in the English scenario one, this whole section is different in terms of writing. I could be completely wrong, but I would imagine that this is the sort of thing that they'd change. Like, obviously you're still going to fight Fial and all that malarkey that's to do with him, but it all gets, I'm sure it would all be, oh, I've already read that, I'm sure it would all be completely different. And again, it's been quite a while actually since I played the untranslated scenario one. Probably like going back like a good maybe 8 years or so since I played untranslated. So honestly I could be remembering it very wrong. He was accompanied by a beast. Okay, well, got that to look forward to, I suppose. Yes, of course I do. So some bandits have gone into the ruins looking for treasure. There's one other item dotted away, and I think it's this side. Got the evil ring. This is a useless cursed item. I will not be using it. The only thing I am going to do now before I actually go into battle, I'm going to go into the HQ and move some items around, because Dantara, Cybele and Elder are going to be going into the ruins. So I want to make sure they can actually pick items up. And we don't need that large mithril. We've got 12 of those I've got. Yep. We also won't need the herb. Grace can get rid of some of these. No reason for it to carry loads of them. Haywood doesn't need this. I've actually got a lot more mithril than I thought I did. Loads of mithril. Should be able to make, well, one weapon for everybody. Kind of the, like a main weapon for everybody. And then I'll have enough left over to make a couple of off weapons for people as well. That's going to be sweet. Khan. Right, I do actually need the orb. So I think I'm going to give that maybe to Symbios. Or I'll have a think about who I give that to. But basically it needs to go on someone that will be near the front line. Maybe Albright actually. Right, this can go away. Never going to use it. And Ratton's inventory is full as well. Oh, he does actually need the Great Shell, so he can keep that for now. Let's have a quick think. If I give the orb to Albright, has he got... Yeah, he does have item space free. The only problem there is Albright is really slow. So... we'll give it to Symbios. Even though it means we'll have to unequip his white ring temporarily to use it. Yeah. You can just hold it for now. Problem solved. So now all we got to do is run up the tower. And hope that by faffing around in the town and picking up these items that Fialas got there first and murdered the guy we were after. Hopefully we'll be in the nick of time. So, I can let the game take over for a little while and I'll catch you in a moment or two. So, I'm going to leave this episode here. Obviously, I'm not going to retreat out of this one. I'll just be carrying on straight from where I am. So with that, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.